Hey everyone, in this session, let's understand what is self and Dunder methods in Python. In our previous session, we have understood how to create classes and objects in Python. During class definition, we have seen that for each and every methods we were writing within a class has a parameter called self. Today in our session we will understand what is the meaning of this self parameter and why it is coming by default in each and every methods we are defining within a class. Self is an identifier which holds current object reference of the class. So self is nothing but another parameter or a variable which refers to the current object. Remember, self is not a keyword. Instead of self, we can write anything here. It's very similar to the parameters we can define in any Python function. Here, as we are defining the functions within a class, we call them methods. And each and every methods in a class has self as its very first parameter, and this is mandatory. You have to write self as the initial parameter of any methods you are defining within a class. Let's go through this example to understand self in detail. Here I have created a class called my class. Here we have a method defined and the name of this method is display. As you can see, it also has self as its parameter. In order to understand what is self, we have added this print statement. We are creating two different objects, object 1 and object 2. Let's start with object 1. We know that we have to provide the class name and the parenthesis to create an object from a class. Once we are creating an object, the object will be stored within main memory of our computer. Now, if we print object 1, it will print the memory location. Let's assume the memory location is this. In our next statement, basically we are calling display method here. Object 1 dot display will call the display method, and within display method we are basically printing self. You will see this self will also give you the exact same memory location. By this we can prove that the self contains the current object with which we have called the method. Note here, though we have one parameter called self, we are not passing anything while calling the method. By default, object 1 will be passed through this self, and that is the reason whenever we are printing self, it is basically printing object 1. We have performed the similar action with object 2 to understand that self will hold the current object, and that is the reason whenever we are calling display method with object 2, it will give you the memory location of object 2, not object 1. Self will always store current object reference using which we have called the method. In our coding session, we will understand self with an example. Now let's understand Dunder methods. Dunder methods are the special methods in Python that have double underscores at the beginning and end of their names. Dunder methods are also known as magic methods in Python. During our class definition, we have seen this Dunder method. Method is underscore underscore init underscore underscore. This init is a very special method in Python, and this is also known as constructor in object oriented programming. For init, we do not need any explicit call. Method gets called during object creation. The first parameter of init will always be self, and the purpose of this init method is to initialize the properties of an object. Apart from init, there are few other Dunder methods as well. str and repr are also Dunder methods. Let's start with str first. str returns the string containing a nicely printable object. In our previous example, we have seen whenever we are printing an object, it is basically showing us the memory location where object is residing in our main memory. However, for users, that memory location is immaterial. Rather, they want to see the properties of that object. We can define str method within a class to provide a printable object. This str dunder method is also called automatically when we perform print obj or when we are printing the object. No explicit call is needed. However, there is a way to call this method explicitly by using str. We will see in detail with an example during our coding session. REPR is also a dunder method which prints object. Then what is the difference between str and REPR? Both are returning string of printable object, but str gives you more human readable representation of the string compared to REPR. REPR returns developer friendly string, and that is the reason it is used during debugging or logging in our code. So whenever we will print something for user, we will use str. Whenever we will print something for Python developers, we can use REPR. REPR method also called if we print obj or the object. Remember, whenever we have both str and REPR defined within our class, print obj will always print the str version of it. Let's go to the Pycharm IDE to validate all our understanding with some examples. In this source code, we will first validate our understanding about self, and after that we will see dunder methods. If you see here, my class is the name of a class. Remember, we always write Python class names in Pascal case, and that is the best practice. In Pascal case, initial character of each words will be in capital and there will be no underscore in between. Anyways, here we have defined a method within the class. Methods within a class will have self parameter. To understand what is the value of self, we have printed it here. Let's run this program to understand if we print the object itself, what will be the value, and if we call display method, what will be the value of self. If you see here, if we print obj1, it will give you memory address, and whenever we are calling display method, this is basically printing the value of self, and surprisingly the self is also printing the same memory location. By this we can conclude that self is a reference to the current object. So whenever we are calling the method, the object name will be passed in this self parameter. We are not doing it explicitly, however Python interpreter does the same, and that is the reason if you note here, we are not passing anything as an argument of display function. By default, object2 here will be passed in this self parameter. Now let's understand dunder methods. In our previous session, while creating a class, we have seen that we were using init method within the class, and we realized that this init method works as constructor. It initializes property values of an object. However, if you see here, we have never called init method explicitly. During creation of the object, init method will be called implicitly. Who does it? Python interpreter does it. Let's run this code to understand when this print statement will execute. If you see here, init method called first and then this print statement got printed in our console. So whenever we are creating the object, init method gets called implicitly by Python interpreter. In this example, we will see str and REPR dunder methods. Along with init, if you see here, I have defined REPR Dunder method. REPR method will be called automatically whenever we are printing the object. Let's run this program. The mobile object containing memory and operating system has been printed here. Though we are not calling this REPR explicitly, we are only printing the object. Similarly, we can also define str dunder method within a class. This will also returns a formatted string which is human readable. Now, if we run this program, we will see that it is printing the content we have added within str. Similar to REPR, we are not directly calling str here. Instead, we are just trying to print the object. Whenever we are trying to print an object, Python interpreter automatically calls the str defined within the class. If we have both REPR and str defined within the same class, it will always prioritize str, and that is the reason you can see mobile object with 128 GB memory and iOS, which has been written here within str. Thanks a lot for watching this video.